first time we had some younger musicians present. It is difficult to get younger people involved in the pipe organ because it's such a large instrument, and given the instruments that they are making today, the electronic instruments and so forth and so on, sometimes it looks like that music, that instrument is dying out, but there's still a group of people who are very interested in the pipe organ in worship service.
What is your take on the necessity for pipe music in worship?
Well, it primarily grows out of, I grew up with a pipe organ in the church. So every church I've ever been in has had a pipe organ. And when you grow up with it, that in itself kind of states its necessity. Churches are getting away from hymns. You know, the music has changed. And so we are one of a few churches who still uses the pipe organ and is very much ingrained into the life of the church and into the spirit of the church.
The MC said Artscape has nothing on this concept of ORGANSCAPE. Is it by chance or just coincidence that it's around Artscape time that you have ORGANSCAPE?
Well, it began as an outgrowth of Artscape. When Artscape came along, I think, and you'll have to ask Mr. Dean about this because I'm not sure, but I think they just decided, let's do it at Artscape time. And once we did it, I think at some point we applied to be a part of Artscape, and so it became incorporated. But he can give you more information about it.
Because the art of organ playing is dying, and I have to try to encourage and to motivate the younger musicians to learn, and so they can take the mantle up after I pass off the scene.
I understand you've been doing this now for 7 years. It was your baby.
Yes. It first started, there were, I think, 15 people in the audience, and it has grown to what you see today.
Okay, so that's a success.
Yes. Trained. So I do work with organ and orchestra, organ and brass ensembles and string ensembles all the time. So when I do something special, I want to show the organ in its other phases, and accompanying brass or strings or even voices is a marvelous thing, and that's why I did it. And these were all, I wouldn't say amateurs, but these gentlemen have other occupations, but they're just lovers of music and of playing the instruments, and they get together and we work it out, and today was fun. It was great.
Well, let me ask you a worship question.
Certainly, of course.
Do you feel that the pipe organ music has much more of a spiritual connection with the spirituality than the drums, the other churches that have drums, the piano, and that sort of thing?
I think the pipe organ has a major place in the worship service. And the other auxiliary instruments, such as the contemporary bands or whatever, they can be in the peripheral of the pipe organ, but never the major thing. But the pipe organ is the king of instruments, and they lead God's people in worship. And that's the tradition here at City Temple, and I hope to keep it going.
So, as part of Artscape, how do you feel about that?
I wish it was more supported by other ethnic groups in the city. It doesn't seem to catch on for some reason with our white counterparts. And why, I don't know. But our people, when I say our people, I mean people who have come through the diaspora of music and the growth of music from the spiritual on. We worship sort of differently, and the pipe organ seems to be the undergirding of our worship. And we just have a different approach to the organ. The organ leads us more than accompanies us.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Dr. Dean.
Oh, it's my pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you for asking.
Come over here. I'm going to say something a little bit out of order. I want to protest one thing. This is the best thing in Artscape. And knowing the great Dr. Kenneth Dean, he'll get them from Alabama and I'll say it again, this is the best thing in our state. And you know the highfalutin people, let me just say this, they don't want you to make no noise. You know, they want to look stoic and all of that kind of stuff. But you know what? You better cheer for this instrument. Marcus is going to play a piece from Frederick Chopin. Two short preludes in C sharp and G minor. Play it, Mark.